Part of being human is you have to mess up a bit. It's how we learn. But here's the thing. When a person can wake up from the truth after messing up and can take lessons from this person doesn't just wake up becoming a better person or a mature person. No, these individuals become beasts, monsters. A monster that managed to suffocate his old self and give birth to a brand new person, an unbreakable person. How many people do you know who can do that? You got knocked down, and it may have not been your choice, but you got back up, you got this far. That was your choice, and you're honoring your choice, your self-made promise. Bravo. When you get knocked down, and if you're lucky, some people around might listen, and a few may give you their hands. But in a year or 6 months or a month or even a week later, if you're still down, then no one's giving you their hand anymore. You've probably experienced this already in some part at least. Healing is a process. It takes time. And as much as you feel you've leveled up or moved on, there are parts inside that still require healing. While you may not be fully aware that your wounds are still showing, it's important that you are careful not to give everyone the privilege to see your wounds. And most importantly, don't bleed out on people who didn't cut you. In today's session, I want to talk to you about how to take that beast, that monster, that product of suffering and everything that was inflicted upon you to this point to be able to categorize yourself as a beast. Now it's time to polish and tame this beast to become an indestructible source of motivation and humility, to be the one that pain elevated and not destroyed. Channeling all this suffering to make you stronger in a moralistic way and not in a demonic way. And that's the goal, okay? Become an exemplary person from life lessons in your own eyes to begin with. But before you channel this beast into the right direction, you must first understand that it's very important to remain a beast at all times of your life. Promise yourself not to lose the beast, not even if your situation changes to become one that you could only dream of, which will happen, by the way. But till you get there, and when you get there, it's important not to let the toxic traits back into your life, whether it's toxic relationships or toxic friendships or toxic habits. If you've built yourself up till this point without them, then don't let them re-enter your life with the same position that they had before. Make a rule and make it now. The second time you get me, you'll get me without emotions. Whether it's a partner or a friend or a boss or some brand new person, this time around, your emotions must remain mature and guarded. Don't waste time worrying if you are the bad guy to these people. If standing up for yourself and not disrespecting yourself is being bad, then it's fine. Continue to be the bad guy. If you're not the bad guy to these people, then you are the bad guy to yourself. This doesn't mean you shouldn't be humble. This doesn't mean you should not be caring and polite and eloquent and helpful. This doesn't mean you should not love. This does not mean you should not trust. You must do all these and more. Remember that suffering is a lesson and not a punishment. So don't restrict yourself from living a full, happy social life. But this time around, while guarding yourself first, which means you will not allow, nor will you create a situation in which you have to suffer again. And with this, you take the responsibility that the other person should not suffer under your watch either. Whether you are a man or you are the woman in the relationship, everyone has the moral obligation to protect your partner from any suffering, especially any caused by you. This means you must treat the person with love and respect and care. But when you see red flags that the reciprocation isn't the same, don't be silent. You speak, you listen, you explain, you understand. You set boundaries, you both agree, you carry on like adults. And if at any one of these steps that I mentioned, you receive resistance or objection rather than compromise and understanding from the other person, then that's the indicator that this relationship is toxic. Don't wait around there if you don't see the hope of understanding from the other person. Okay? Be a beast. So, rule number 1 of remaining in beast mode forever. Okay? This is the most important rule, and if you have to follow any one, this would be the one to follow. Rule number 1. Get used to an environment with no cheerleading going on. Make that your survival mode. There should not be expectation or acceptation of compliments or validation. Validate yourself. Appreciate yourself. Don't wait for someone to come and appreciate you and tap you over the shoulder. What kind of person needs reassurance that he is great? If he needs that reassurance, then he isn't any great. Keep your head up, nose down, grind, hustle, build, just grow. And if someone notices and passes compliments along the way, thank them and forget the compliment. The mission is to grow in discipline, not to get self-absorbed in flattery. Start understanding that the less speech you have and the less expressions you have, the bigger the beast you will become. Rule number 2, think for yourself. Form your opinions carefully based on facts. Be willing to change your mind when the facts support it. Don't be influenced by what other people think or advise. Be influenced only by facts. Rule number 3, master how to deal with conflicts. You will face conflict, especially if you are beginning to stand up for yourself. It's important to be the beast who is in full control. Keep your voice low. Keep your tone humble. Keep your speech limited. And when required, you can show them that you have teeth as well. People who master conflict know how to approach it directly, assertively, and constructively. Beasts never react emotionally and defensively to dissenting opinions. Okay? Rule number 4, get more social. Meet new people, make new friends, and be an integral part or an influential person in that group. It's very simple when you really put your mind to it. And rule number 5, do not wish for something that you do not want to work for. Don't be one of those who only admires or envies people or things. If you want it, and if it aligns with all the moralities of your new self, and it doesn't break the principles of a gracious beast, then work on it. Wishing for it with crossed fingers won't do it. Okay? Get up and get to work on what you want, and don't let anything distract you from your goal, whether it's a career or a project or a routine or a relationship. You want it? Be bold. Be the beast that you are and dive right into what you want. But just remember, it must be a good decision and one that works towards your growth and your success. You already have the answers to life's purpose from all the suffering that you went through. You are your life purpose. When you have worked on yourself completely, inside and out, when that purpose is being perfected, then you will start seeing new purposes of life. Exciting purposes of life start unfolding in front of you. You are the chosen recipient of pain and suffering so that the experiences can transgress you into a glorious beast. If you can do it alone, do it. If you need a friend, if you need a mentor, if you need guidance, get it. Go online or call a hotline that can keep motivating you to stay on this path. Do everything that you have to keep yourself improving and accelerating. You should not be the same on any given day. You grow and evolve and upgrade. Constantly be a moving target, attracting good traits, good people, good energy while you keep moving forward. Leveling up while already inside beast mode can be very overwhelming because in the second round, you're leveling up your thoughts. You're leveling up your expressions, your tone of voice, your patience, your desires, your true dark weaknesses. These will be very trying moments, and at times it can break you. You will wake up in the middle of the night lost and afraid in thoughts, feeling lonely and exhausted and just tired from thinking and remaining alert and assertive of people and emotions and reactions at all times. Yes, yes, my friends, this is very exhausting, but you gotta do it. Consistency will make it part of your habit. Get up early, keep your mind healthy, get out of your fears, speak fearlessly but with accountability, make more friends who complement who you are becoming. Think with facts and don't react but rather respond. Master how you handle yourself in conflicts and disagreeable situations. And most importantly, to start looking at validation and compliments from anyone other than yourself as a cheap gesture of quid pro quo, which means they just want something back from you in return. Growth is a never ending process, and these are necessary steps for you to get to the next level of your life. Be safe, be positive, and keep taking the steps forward.